The largest startup acquisition in history just dropped, and it's reshaping the entire AI coding wars. I'm Alex Chen. This is AInow, your daily top 5 in artificial intelligence. Let's count it down. Coming in at number 5, Snap just made its biggest hardware bet ever. According to CNBC, the company unveiled its first consumer-ready AR glasses called Specs at AWE 2026, and they're asking $21.95 for them. These aren't developer prototypes anymore. We're talking standalone glasses with dual Snapdragon processors, a 51-degree field of view, and 4 hours of battery life. But here's what caught our attention. They're integrating AI coding tools like Claude Code, Codex, and Cursor directly into the device. Pre-orders are live now, with shipping this fall to the US, UK, and France. This puts Snap directly in the ring with Meta Ray-Bans and whatever Apple's been cooking up. But things get bigger. Here's number 4. At number 4, OpenAI is teasing its next flagship model. AI Weekly reports that OpenAI's chief scientist previewed GPT 5.6, calling it a meaningful improvement over the current GPT 5.5. We're looking at a late June launch window, which is just weeks away. Now, the timing here is everything. OpenAI is actively preparing its IPO filing for the second half of 2026, so dropping a new frontier model right before going public is a classic move to maximize hype and valuation. If GPT 5.6 delivers real performance gains, it could reset the competitive benchmarks across the entire industry, just as the AI IPO supercycle kicks into high gear. Number 3 is where things get interesting. Number 3 tonight is about regulators closing in on big AI. AI Weekly is reporting that state attorneys general have opened a formal investigation into OpenAI, adding serious regulatory pressure to the company right as it's prepping for that IPO we just mentioned. And this isn't happening in isolation. The same week, the US government restricted access to Anthropic's newest frontier models, so you've got the two leading AI labs, both facing government scrutiny at the exact moment they're trying to go public. This could complicate IPO timelines significantly and force investors to start pricing in real policy risk. The days of building AI without regulatory friction are officially over. We're down to the top 2. Here's what took the number 2 spot. In at number 2, SpaceX just became the 5th most valuable publicly traded company on Earth. Business Chief reports that following a major acquisition announcement, SpaceX stock surged nearly 10%, pushing its market cap to $2.7 trillion and officially passing Amazon. Let that sink in. Since its June 12th IPO, SpaceX has added over $740 billion in market value. That's not a typo. The surge is directly tied to Elon Musk's aggressive AI integration strategy, and investors are clearly buying in hard. This kind of post-IPO momentum shows unprecedented appetite for companies that are weaving AI into their core business. SpaceX isn't just a rocket company anymore, and now, the biggest AI story of the day. The number 1 story today is a record breaker. MLQ News confirms that SpaceX has exercised its option to acquire Anysphere, the company behind the AI coding assistant Cursor, for $60 billion in stock. This is the largest acquisition of a venture-backed startup in history. The all-stock deal is expected to close in Q3 2026, and it instantly makes Cursor CEO Michael Truell, who is just 25 years old, one of the youngest billionaires ever. But here's why this matters beyond the headline number. Cursor was one of Anthropic's biggest customers, so this deal directly threatens Anthropic's revenue stream. SpaceX is now a direct competitor to both Anthropic and OpenAI in the AI coding space. Musk just turned his rocket company into an AI powerhouse, and the entire competitive landscape shifted overnight. That's your AInow Top 5 for June 17th, 2026. If any of these stories surprised you, drop it in the comments. Like and subscribe if AI news is your thing. I'll see you tomorrow.